Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to some more Holocure. I haven't played this game since I first played this game. Who do we play as? So I tried her, and I think I tried her. I think I did a solo run with her at some point, but I'm not sure. Let's go with the Reaper, and stage mode or endless mode. I don't know if there's a difference. Let's just go stage mode, and we don't have Holo Office unlocked yet. So I guess I'm just going to go with this. I'll probably have to unlock it. So, if you guys haven't seen this game before, it is, it's Vampire Survivors, but instead of, you know, being Vampire Survivors, it's just a bunch of, Vtuber characters, which, like, I'm still not quite sure why... Sorry. I'm not quite sure why, this trend is, like, so unbelievably popular. I guess I kind of understand. It was just at the time, the first time I recorded it, it was like in full tilt, and I think it's cooled down a little bit comparatively. I think there's just a lot more now, so it's kind of just normalized. For every target defeated, increase attack by 2% for 5 seconds up to 40%. Refreshes duration. Ooh, Workaholic's pretty good. Targets within 100 pixels take 20% extra damage. Rapper's also pretty good. Cost of enhancing is reduced by 20%. Anvils appear 20% more often, or defeating a target, chance to lifesteal. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go Workaholic. I've found out at least a couple of the evolutions, I think. Yeah, if I take a look at collabs, I know about Me Comet and Breathe In Ahsoka, whatever that is. VTuber Wander win. So I think that was something I was talking about last time. So what I want to do is I actually want to teach myself 3D modeling, and so like I have a half-finished VTuber model. I think I'd like posted a teaser too on Patreon last month. And what I'd like to do is actually like actively start working on my 3D skills a little bit more. But that takes time and effort, and kind of my hope is to get to the point where I could, yes, actually make a full VTuber model for myself that I can kind of use freely. The problem is I don't know when or how. Let's see, what software do you use? Just Blender. I've tried Maya and 3ds Max, and I don't like either of them that much. They're not bad. I just didn't find them particularly enjoyable. What I'd like to learn is also see if I can actually do some 3D modeling on my, iPad, because I know there's at least some good 3D modeling software on that, and I could see that actually being kind of cool. Being able to 3D model from, I mean, effectively bed or kind of wherever, as opposed to having to be at my computer. Because I already spend enough hours at my computer just like on a daily basis, and so any amount of like, oh geez. Being able to cut down pickup range by 20%? Maybe. When defeating a target with a scythe swing or death, there's a 20% chance to create an explosion for 60 seconds, 5%. Okay, so let's grab that. That seems pretty good. Because it looks like it's got kind of a cascading death effect. I like that. Hey, thank you Acme Boy for the 57-month resub on a 57-month streak. Dang. Thank you. Increased damage by 40%, chance to instant KO. Yeah, let's snag that. I'm assuming that's max level for the scythe? Probably. Oh, this character is pretty good. I'm not even going to get into arguments of who's the better character. I don't care. Let's see. Special meter by 2%. There's a 0.2. No, let's go for the credit card. We want those anvils. I destroyed something? I guess there was like a pillar. Question mark. I'm gonna have to grab a new weapon eventually, I guess. Yeah, probably. The VTuber models aren't really 2D. They tend to be complicated 3D rigs with facial morph targets, inverse kinematics, and heavy investment in simulated secondary movement. Yep. Pizza. Let's see, lava. No, let's keep working on death. I'll go with the pizza, but it's more practical for me to just invest in infinite cascading death comparatively. And like, it might be one of those that I end up just hiring somebody to do the model for me, but I'd rather not do that, because like, I don't really need it. Because one of the other things I'm working on is not so much a VTuber model, but Shell's been working on making kind of custom Wanderbot outfits. Currently, just kind of the hoodie that kind of matches my general design. Let's see. Do we want to grab Nurse's Horn? Yeah, this way I just get a little bit of extra healing. But so she's been working on hoodies, and then after that we're going to make masks. And I think I'm probably going to use my 3D... Oh, right. I have a special. How do I use my special? Oh, that's how I use my special. Cool. But, I'd like to make some masks, probably by 3D printing them. And kind of using that to do kind of more live action-y things. Because I think that would actually be kind of like a really cool way of doing like board game content. Because my problem with the VTuber model is mostly just, I don't necessarily know what I would do with it. You know, for a video like this, I almost feel like the VTuber model would be a negative. For somebody that's never seen my content before. I mean, okay, maybe for Holocure I'd be fine. I'm still buggered by the fact that these chickens look like they have little suicide vests on. I think it's just supposed to be like a halter top kind of deal, but, I see something different. Let's see. Cutting board, defensive wall. Nah. Let's just go credit card. Buy a Wanderbot zip-up hoodie jacket. That's something we kind of want to look into. We had a, like, Wanderbot hoodie for a little while, but the quality was really garbage. And the designs were getting stolen by dropshippers, so we kind of nixed that idea, but it's something I want to bring back this year. Let's see. Bucket? No, let's go for the horns. I'm gonna just keep my HP high. Let's see. Do we want to grab Workaholic? Probably. Oh, I didn't even grab this. There we go. Have you considered streaming it while you learn? Yeah, actually, it's something I'd like to do. Oh, targets drop more holo coins. All holo coins are picked up automatically, 10 times picked up. Permanently gain 1% attack. That's absurdly good. Yeah, they're wearing fast food uniforms. Okay, got it. Wait. It doesn't look... Oh, it's holo coins. Not the little EXP, it's the coins. Okay, further increase base damage by 2. Can't increase that any further. I don't know if there's any collabs with my base weapon. I don't think there is. Oh, let's get the horns up. I take suggestions for collabs, I think, at this point, rather than trying to noodle it out myself. I will gladly accept recommendations. Let's see. Do we want to grab the wrapper? Probably. We might also want to increase our pickup radius at some point. Let's see. What are any new bullet hell games you're looking forward to? When you say bullet hell, do you mean like Ikaruga, or are you talking this kind of game? Because there are major differences between the two. Spider cooking with a lava bucket I have. Yes. I'm pretty sure I've got that one. None of the base weapons collab. Lava bucket collabs either with Psycho Axe or spider cooking. Which have I done? So I've actually done Psycho Axe with the lava bucket. So I guess we haven't done the spider food. Or, yeah. So I guess we'll do spider cooking as an option. Just to unlock that one. I was trying to play this a little bit on my own like a while back, just to... I don't want to say get up to it. Oh. Attack and speed. Oh, that's useful. One problem is I'm going to be investing kind of hard into just making my scythe as good as possible. Okay, more arena types. I'm almost like Brotato. Did you see Cyclo Chamber? I think it was Cyclo Chamber? Cyclo Chambers? That's going to be out later this month. And that one's very similar to Brotato. In a very good way. I liked it a lot. That's the one I can think of off the top of my head. There's another one by the developer of... Oh, shoot. I don't remember the name of it. It was the one where you were like a weird green blob possessing skulls. It was a Metroidvania. They're making a pretty interesting one that I'm looking forward to. I guess there's also Picayune. Ooh, face mask. Multiply all damage dealt. And haste by 10%, but take 30% more damage. That's, you know what's good. Taking it. I heal on kill, so I'm not super in dire needs of avoiding damage at the moment. Oh, 1 holo coin for every 5 targets defeated since taking this item. So we want to grab Holo. Oh, the one issue with Holo. Is it fans are going to be stronger. You know what? Doesn't matter. Going for it anyway. Alright, more lava bucket. I'm here to make mistakes. The one problem... Oh, right. Yeah, the one problem with the anvils is... let's see. The one problem with the anvils is it costs me money. Which is not great. Not terrible, but it could be better. Ow. Okay. We might want to increase my maximum HP, though. As these guys can and will shred me pretty fast. Let's see. Spider cooking, credit card. Let's go for the elite lava bucket level 3. I don't actually know at what point they start fusing. Oh, so we can actually just upgrade it if we wanted to. So I could keep enhancing my scythe? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that. The stronger my scythe, the better. But yeah, we'll absolutely want to boost my defensive capabilities, but also my max HP. Otherwise, I'm gonna run into a lot of problems. The only immediate problem is I can't swing behind me, which is where most of my enemies are going to be. Yeah, we might want to invest a little bit into crit, as I have no easy way of doing that at the moment. Okay, do we want another Holo? The problem is, like, the enemy is getting stronger is kind of rough. On the flip side, Holo means more coins. More coins means more money for meta progression, but also I gain 1% damage per 10 coins picked up, which is super valuable to me. Let's see, GWS. I don't think Holo level 4 does anything for me. Let's see, Lava Bucket. Like, the pills would be nice, the credit card would be super handy. Let's actually go for the anvils, because I can probably work with those. Yeah, let's try and get my Lava Bucket up. I'm going to die. I'm not dead. Oh, these skelemen are brutal. I'm not quite fast enough to shoot for the gaps. Okay. We're fine, though. We did not die. That's a lot of chickens. Okay. Some more damage on that. Let's see. Max HP after being hit. Heal 10% every 3 seconds until 80% of the damage taken is recovered. Yeah, probably worth it. I'd like to get some other things, but upping my max HP to the point where I recover most of that damage seems good. Okay, 20%. No. I'm gonna keep working on the lava bucket, because we're still gonna need spider food. Are these fans chasing you? Yeah. I think the plot is that they've been mind controlled or something. Look, parasocial relationships on the internet are spooky and potentially deadly or dangerous or both. And every once in a while you hear about some like weird creepy fan stalking a YouTuber or VTuber in some horrible way and you're like, "Oh, yeah, that does happen, doesn't that?" Luckily, I don't have to worry about it, personally. There were like a couple of moments early on in my career where I had a couple of weird fans, but I think that's kind of mellowed out pretty dramatically. Did it work? Yes. I think it's also probably a little bit more easy. Oh god, is this sucker. I know you. I know what you're about, giant dog thing? And I'm dead. Never mind. You can strafe. You what? Oh, you can aim with the mouse, too. Wait, really? I don't see it in the options. I'll check in a second. We got another character. You know what? Do we do a gacha? Do we buy an upgrade? I think it's probably oh, there's more. So what do we have? Fandoms. Characters gain bonuses based on accomplishments. Check the achievements menu. Yeah, that's probably worth it. Limit the max number of weapons in a game. Turn off all bonuses. Ultimate challenge. I care not for any of these, but fandom could be good. Or weapon enhancements. Shoot. And left click locks aim. Gotcha. I'm gonna go stamps and enchantments. Those seem pretty useful. I'm only grab the enhancement success. Okay, we don't have anything else. Armory shows me all this stuff. Alright, let's see. So who haven't I played? Let's go with her. Okay, so stamps are major, stamps are great. Oh, you're right. Now I can aim where I'm going. That is actually really helpful. Thank you. This game had a lot of features you don't even find in most paid bullet heavens. Yeah, no kidding. Like I'm actually I don't want to say that this like very no, Devil Hat seems like it would be a problem on this character. I think I will forever have a little bit of trouble recommending this because I think it feeds a little bit too much into kind of fandom-y stuff in a way that I'm not fully comfortable with. Okay, no, I'm gonna keep leveling up my Phoenix Sword. Much as I'd like to start working on maybe getting some collabs, my base weapon is super powerful. So where does one get this? Go to itch.io and look up Holo Cure. There should only be one. Speed by 10%, burning fire underneath Kiara whenever she moves, 30% damage per hit, 5 seconds. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep upgrading my sword for the time being. One thing's always felt a little off with this game. Like, it's well made, and I can tell the Holo girls are fine with it, but I don't know. I think it's just kind of one of those where there's like a casual... I don't even know. It's like, it almost feels too parasocial to me. And I recognize that, like, maybe that isn't a problem. But there's just that kind of, like, weird dark side to all of this that very clearly this kind of thing can become unhealthy. And I think this game's fine. And I think the person who's making this game is also fine. But I will always have that, like, slight, let's see. 15 max HP after receiving damage, increase special meter by 2%. That'd be pretty good, but I think I'm gonna go for Trailblazer. Yeah, they all play it too. Yeah, so I think it's, like, I think in this case it's fine, but I could see this, like, kind of thing turning weirdly negative in, like, a worse situation or an unhealthier environment. But that might just be a me thing. I don't know. also made a Valentine's visual novel for their fans, which is interesting. Huh. I mean, again, if everybody's going at it with, like, good fun and it isn't causing drama, maybe it's fine. I mean, I think VTubers as a concept have existed for... Is it like 4 years now? Targets drop more holo coins. Oh. Wait. Did I have a different Super Chato time? I think I might have. Oh, and this has crit damage plus 10%? Wait, I'm gonna snag that. Those are the stamps, yeah? I don't know if, let's see, 10 seconds, 1 stack of Phoenix Shield, next damage taken is halved and invulnerable for a little while. I like that one. But I don't need it at the moment, so we're just gonna go for the Phoenix Sword, for that extra fire. Yeah, those are probably the enhancements. Moving gradually heals 5% of HP per 5 seconds, increases attack speed by 2% every second up to 40%. If stopped, it'll slowly decrease. Sure, why not? Energy drink. Haste and speed by 30%. So is haste how fast I attack then? Rather than my movement speed? Maybe. Okay, pickup range, Phoenix Shield. Let's grab the lava bucket so we can kind of work on both of them whenever they show up. Oh, attach. Increase attack size by 15%. Absolutely. Okay, the stamp system is pretty cool. Let's see, Dancer Energy Drink, EXP gained by 10%. I'll live without the glasses. They could be good, but maybe not. I don't know. What's new is the sheer scale of two-way interaction VTubers and gender. It's basically a paradigm shift on its own. What the hell? Okay, what was that? Attacks have a 20% chance to reduce the attack and defense of targets by 5%, 20% and 5% temporarily. Flower. I guess I'll snag it. I think you can replace them. Two-way interaction feels a lot like the meet and greets of idols in Japan. Yeah. Call me old and grumpy and a little suspicious, but that kind of thing always feels like it can go really bad, but that might just also be a me thing. It might be totally fine. Like that's the one wild part about all of this is that like it could go either way and you just never will know. My biggest fear is like reading about idols and how they're treated, like K-pop stars and a bunch of other things. It's that like this very quickly turns into kind of this bad industry. Let's see, extra damage on spider cooking. Yeah. I think I'll ignore the anvils for the time being. We'll get to them when we get to them. But like the way people react to idols in Japan or like K-pop stars or a bunch of other people quickly becomes kind of weird. And so like maybe this has already happened with the with VTubers in like a greater sense, but maybe the disconnection because the internet makes it better. I don't know. I feel like I spend too much time psychoanalyzing the effects of VTubers on society whenever I play this game, but I feel like I kind of can't help but confront it a little bit. Let's see. Grab this. Yeah, K-pop stars aren't allowed to date people. Yeah, hearing that just like messed with my brain. That like they actively stay away from it because people can't behave. A genuine streaming life question. What was the point where things like felt like they took off? Or do you feel like it's consistently leads to progress. It depends. Ultimately, there was a lot of not much. Normal anvils can be used twice, only applies to anvils since taking this item. Blacksmith's gear. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna snag that. That seems like a really easy way to max a bunch of things out. Right. I also have the Phoenix. I should probably use that. So, the answer is there's a lot of opportunity, or there's a lot of points in my career where, like, it felt like things were taking off, but then they kind of, dipped off and became nothing. Which probably sounds kind of weird. Let's see. Attack also increases crit chance by 1% per. That sounds useful. Oh, I can upgrade this. Weapon enhancement increased by 25% instead of 20% per level. Sure. 30%. And that one has an infinite success rate, which is pretty nice. And I'm just going to invest back into that for the time being. What was I going to say? So, like, how would I describe it? What the? A horn? Oh. Oh, no. At least it's kind of quiet. Oh, boy. Let's see. Increases base damage by 3? Sure, why not? Let's see. Go for the Trailblazer? Yeah, I might as well. And let's use the next one. I should probably actually max out the Lava Bucket. Let's do this. Okay, so the real answer is, like, I think there's a lot of different points of success. Oh, I can swap. I can swap them. Spend the found stamp to level the selected stamp up. So in that case, let's level up its size. This is really cool. I just want to have, like, a big stonking sword that hits everything. Just because. Okay, so, gosh, going through my entire channel, the first time I ever really felt like I took off, was very minor, in retrospect. But I had made a video on, it was like a fast-paced puzzle game that had kind of, like, done a day of launch, and was mixed into a humble bundle as part of that, and I got, like, 300 views on that. And that was, like, before I even had 100 subscribers, and it felt like, oh, you know, this is the moment. And then it kind of, that wasn't actually the case, not in the slightest. But at least it kind of felt like it at the time. And then later, there was another game called, oh, damn, I'm actually forgetting its name. That sucks. Stamps can be upgraded to level 3. Cool. Also, thank you, Dragon Venom, for the 46-month resub. Thank you. Let's see. Do I want the glow stick? I think I'll take it, I guess. I'm not really going to be using it too much here. Or, I'm not going to be focusing on it. I want to fuse some other things together. What was the... Yeah, what can you do? Oh, it was called Runers. There we go. Oddly enough, it was actually kind of bullet heavy in its own way. But, I should probably just do a video on it again. Because I haven't done one in, like, 7 years? I think it's been 7 years. Anywho. But so that one, I think, pushed me over to 1,000 subscribers, give or take. I don't think it was fully that, but it was, like, it was a decent chunk at the time. And felt pretty impactful. Okay, so I can increase its damage. I'm just gonna try and get as many of my things maxed as possible, rather than focusing on my sword. My sword seems to do enough damage. And then I'll work on that. Jeez. And then it was Vagante. Vagante pushed me pretty close to like 5,000 subscribers. And then it was, Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop. That's what pushed me over 10,000. I think even got me up to 15,000. Things kind of slowed down from there. And then, Then Scrap Mechanic came out, and I'd also started doing my, like, Never Leave Sanctuary Fallout challenges. I think that's the point where, like, it truly felt like I had succeeded as a content creator and, like, made it to the point where I could comfortably go full-time. Which, coincidentally, is the same point where I moved out. Moved out to Kansas and actually, you know, started... Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the Super Chatto time. I don't know if there's, like, a higher tier version, but I am getting it on this round at the very least. Remember when you posted Holy Potatoes, I love that game. It was fun. I would really love to play, like, a more fully featured kind of sim version of it. Where the weapons actually were a little bit more interesting. But, alas, it's fine. The higher tier version is something I got from a loot chest. Yeah, I just didn't know, like, if I prevent myself from getting it by picking it up there. Let's see, I'm gonna work on Glow Stick for the time being. And we can collab these two together to make... Elite Cooking. May have severe unknown effects if consumed. Crit damage plus 10%. Cool. So I leave giant stank auras everywhere. And I'm super on fire. Why not? I've been looking for a genuinely in-depth blacksmithing sim game. Yeah, it would be cool. I want to play more RPGs where you don't level up. You just make better equipment, but the better equipment has some, like, crazy scaling on it to make it more interesting. I could see that being a lot of fun. I'm gonna work on the money. We need as many coins as I can possibly get. I want to play something that plays kind of like, Dark Cloud, but way deeper, because I could see that being really fun. Let's see, extra EXP, max, crit percent buff every second up to 10%. Taking damage by a target, lose half the buff if eating food, 5% crit. Sake, sure, why not? What is this thing? Another stamp. Attacks have a 10% chance of causing explosions. Honestly, better than the flower stamp, I think. Let's see. Funny you say that. Sword of the Necromancer kickstarted a sequel that's based on Dark Cloud. I saw that. I don't think I'm going to touch that Kickstarter. I liked the idea of Sword of the Necromancer, but its execution was really wonky. And so, like, I think I'm gonna hold my enthusiasm for that one until it's actually, like, out and I can play it. Because I did not like Sword of the Necromancer. Like, I loved the idea of it, but then I started playing it and I was just like, oh, playing this is just not fun. Maybe it's better now, I don't know. But, like, every time I loaded that game up, I just came away with it feeling like I had a negative experience. What I really need to do is actually go back and finish Dark Cloud 1 and 2. It's just kind of similarly playing Dark Cloud... Dark Cloud 1 makes me feel like my brain is kind of off. Oh, wow, that thing died. Oh, that was fast. Alright, we'll take the sake, we'll take the BL book. You know what? I'm just gonna take it all, who cares? Something's gotta give. Crit damage, nah. Just strengthen that one, 25% extra size. Works for me. Additional book, more holo coins. I want more meta progression, if I can. Let's see. Will incremental soup ever come back? Yeah, I just gotta put together a plan for that one. And actually just decide to do it. Hell, I might even get to it this week. The main problem is, most of January was kind of spent, prepping and recording as many demos as I could. And then, you know, partway into February, kind of with the same logic. or logic with the same focus, because the Steam Next Fest, like, a lot of those demos start going up kind of early, and so I want to get through as many of them as I possibly can. And so, much of January just got kind of taken over by, oh gosh, demos, record as many as I can. And now I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, so what do I do now? Now that this period of this year is over, what do I do until the next festival? And the answer is, like, actually, just do whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But so, I would like to bring back maybe the incremental soup. I think I just need to do some art assets for it and some other things just because. My big fear is that I don't have as much, like, recording time as I used to because I'm working on all these other projects. And so, I don't want to say, like, I'm leery. Snag that. Oh. Okay. I must have just leveled up. So this is maxed. Elite Cooking can go up in damage. But I think I'd rather get glow sticks up to maximum. There we go. Let's see, ever gonna do Meet Your Maker? When the game launches, probably. I already reached out to V to see if he'd be interested in doing, like, duo stuff. And he thought it would be potentially fun. I don't know if that's actually gonna go through, but I'll probably play a little bit of that. So, the big issue is, the way YouTube works, at least for me, is that if I do two videos on a game, the first video can do well, and the second video inherently does worse. Not always, like, there are a couple of exceptions, but I find, like, sequential videos on the same game usually have pretty heavy diminishing returns. And so, you know, maybe if I do stuff like the, if I do stuff like incremental soup, maybe the diminishing returns won't trigger. Or, you know, obviously if I just put some time in between. Or if it's like a bullet heaven or something that people can watch, like, endlessly. There's a lot of different ways. Let's go for the credit card. Because we've already got the blacksmith gear and we want to get a little bit more. Holy shit, what happened? Why are there so many clocks? Let's see. Last stream I was sub to ran out of things to do, ended up for no discernible reason converting to speedrunning Final Fantasy VII every day for years. I feel like that would drive me mad. I played through Final Fantasy VIII last week. Last week? I finished it last week. And by the end of it, I was pretty tired of Final Fantasy VIII. I cannot imagine replaying through any of these games multiple times back to back. Like, I can do that with roguelikes because there's some variation and they're fairly quick to play through. But after a certain point, it just becomes problems. Oh, when I got hit by the clock storm, I should have just hit my Phoenix Aura. Oops. Oh well. I do seem to be doing quite well. I could use some more enemies, though. Which, I guess, makes sense. But yeah, my general goal is, honestly, to play through as many games as I can this year. I haven't been streaming it, but I've been playing through, like, a whole bunch of different, well, I mean, I've been playing through just Final Fantasy 1 through... I'm on 9 now. I skipped 7 because I don't know what to do with it. Because I've got 7, but we've got 7R. I think Rebirth is later this year, and I think there's going to be a third one, like, 2 or 3 years from now. Like, there's a couple of games that, yeah, I can replay large quantities of, comfortably. And so, yeah, factory automation games are pretty much the absolute best within that kind of general genre. Right. I'm not allowed to stop moving ever. Holy moly, the frame rate. The frame rate. It's getting cooked. I don't think this game is meant to have as much fire as I'm putting down. You should play Final Fantasy VII first before 7R. It's kind of a little too late is my problem. But yeah, I should probably do it. I don't know. I just wanted to play something new in a story that I didn't already know. Because, like, I had a friend spoil Final Fantasy VII for me, like, a long time ago. Not all of the plot, but, like, the big points. And so I've always been slightly, I don't want to say adverse to, like, base Final Fantasy 7, but it just, like, it doesn't have the same, I'm gonna call it kind of mysticism. Mysticism? There's no, like, magical wonder playing it, because I kind of already know what's going to happen. 10% chance to stun enemies, no thank you. Whereas, like, Final Fantasy IX, I don't know who anybody is. I don't know what's going on. I've already found out, like, some kind of interesting details on Vivi, and I'm, like, super here for it. Final Fantasy VII is a fascinating game for me, because it's the most badly misremembered game I've heard of. Got its own Mandela effect. Huh. Yeah, I'll probably go back to it. I think I just wanted to get away from, the ATB system, and I realized that Final Fantasy IX is still in there, but do you want the cutting board? Why don't we do the cutting board? I don't know what's going to fuse with what, but I'm just going to kind of pick whatever at this point. Some of them have got a collab together. ATB system. Active time battle. If you've ever seen Final Fantasy 4... Was it in 4? I think it was in 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's kind of turn-based, but you'll have like a little meter that fills up, and that determines when your character gets to act. So instead of being like a pure turn-based game, it kind of has this slight real-time aspect to it. It's, in my opinion, at the time, it was revolutionary. Now, I actually think it's kind of bad. I think there's some charm to it, but it quickly becomes just frustrating and tiring, because I'd rather not just wait. Let's see, each weapon only has 2 to 3 collabs. Okay. That's kind of why I'm trying to pick up a variety, because I'll hopefully hit upon one. Otherwise, somebody could tell me about it. Let's see, do we want to... Are all of these maxed? Cutting board is not. BL sword is. Well, I'm gonna work on the cutting board. The ATB was an awesome mechanism and almost revolutionary at its time. Yeah, I think it's just, now that I've played, what game was it? I played something recently with, heavy timeline manipulation, and I really liked it. Oh, I mean, Ruined King and, Stories from the Outbreak. Both of those do, like, a really good job of just being turn-based. And it's way more engaging to me to mess around with, like, timeline stuff. I think you could kind of do it in Final Fantasy X, but not to the exact same level. Glow stick plus fan. Fan beam, cutting board, hollow bomb, BL book, and psycho axe are your combo options. Got it, so I'm gonna have to pick one of those to start mixing in. Because all of the ones that I currently have don't mix together. Frustrating. Let's see, so... Cutting board and hollow bomb. Let me check. Yeah, because I've done the plug type. Alright. Turbo. Oh my god, what is happening? What? Oh, wait, no, those are my own bombs. Okay, sorry. They looked like the level up. I'm putting a lot of them down on the ground. And I was trying to pick them up and I got very confused for a hot second. Chrono Trigger with ATB was cool. With dual and triple text. Yeah, I still gotta play Chrono Trigger. Because that might convert me some other ways around. I think my big issue with ATB, especially once you got up to Final Fantasy VIII, is that ATB combined with the draw system just meant I was waiting for what felt like forever just to get everything that I wanted. And then I'd finally decide, like, okay, it's time for me to fight. At which point I just have Squall attack once and then whatever I'm fighting would die. I was probably too overpowered. And I think that held things back pretty badly. At least the PlayStation version, or like the remaster of 8 had some like sweet time controls. So I could just throw everything on ×3 speed, which included really slow animations that normally you have to sit through over and over and over again. And so I could just like burn through that, and it was really nice. Main gripe with Final Fantasy VIII is the best way to play is to never level up until you're 99% of the way through the game. I'd honestly even argue you're just never supposed to level up. The benefits that you get from leveling up at all at any point in the game just aren't actually really worth it. What is this one? Delay but ooh. I don't need those. I don't need those in the slightest. Right, I should probably drop a Phoenix Fire. There we go. Well, it certainly feels like this character is legitimately good. I'm losing my cursor. It is very small on this screen full of clocks. Let's see. Pickup radius would actually be probably good. Oh, it's just a stat up, so it doesn't actually take a slot. Perfect. I got like a weird skull thing. 10% chance to hit holo coins out of target's hit. Ooh. I need the damage, do I? Let's go for the coins. Golden anvil, middle right. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so we got a couple that I can smush together. Feel the wrath of cutting boards. Damage and size. Oh. Oh, they're big. Right. I also gain power by moving, so I should never stop. There's a reason to level up, but you might want to think about plus stat ups. Even then, I think it's better to just have low-level enemies and then really high-level spells stacked into your stats, and I think that's still better with the exception of, like, dealing with the giant cactuar, but I could be wrong. What the? Alright, that's unsettling. Wait, it's big. And flying? Okay, so it butt stomps. I don't know where we're at in this process anymore. Things are just going. Right, snag this. This is like another one of the characters, yeah? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It's kind of cute. I'll give it that. Small big time. I feel like I'm just inflicting lung cancer upon her. Like, she looks like she's just smoking a little bit. And it's 100% my fault. Oh, she dead. Nope, stage complete. Oh, I was gonna get the... I was gonna get other stuff. Whatever. Gain a coin for every 100 pixels traveled. And increase speed by 20%. Reduce pickup range by 30%. Attack damage multiplied by 1.2 times. Lose crit damage. 3 holo coins every second. If holo coins more than 0. Increase attack and take less damage. Crit a splash of unknown water in the front, knocking targets back. New stage unlocked. Okay, so we might also want to get a new character. Let's see. So we already have these. Duplicate gotchas increase that character's HP attack speed by 1% up to 20% and gain a tier. I don't know what tiers are. Let's see. Do we have any of these that immediately speak to me? Is that like a weird combination between Ash and Misty? Is that what I'm seeing there? Probably. Well, I'll buy one of these just to get a new character to play around with. Cool. literally the worst one. But whatever, buy upgrades. I'm gonna upset some people. Okay, so we're gonna grab fandoms. Let's see, number of fans that spawn per level, increase the difficulty of the game. I'm gonna snag that. What else do we have? Eliminate option when leveling up can... I wonder if that's per level up or just once. I don't know, we'll find out. So reduces cooldown, increases the amount of holo coins gained during the stage by 20% per level. Ooh. And like, I should probably invest in some more of these things. But I guess I'll go for the pickup radius. I cannot, I'm off by 1. It's fine. Let's see, do we have anything else? I mean, I guess we'll grab the little bit of regen. 600 more. I guess I'll buy the food drops. Okay. Well, let's grab her. She's got a broom and a cat. And we can go to Holo Office. I'm just gonna go here and probably die. Ugh, but that's fine. I'm not actually going to commit to a run here. I just kind of want to see how this character plays. See what unique abilities she has. So I do have to say I've warmed up to this game. It's definitely one of those where, like, I don't want to say it's hard for me to, like, really mentally participate in it. Because I think it is almost too chaotic for me. It's certainly cute. And, like, I really do respect, let's see, pickup range by 20%. Targets within pickup range take more damage. Ooh. Additional projectile hit all multi-shot weapons. Oh, to all multi-shot weapons, 40% chance they do less damage. Sure. Whatever. Like, the music's pretty good, the art's kind of decent, and the character variety is kind of fun. Let's see. Lose critical damage. Increase broom. Max HP by 10. If there are no targets within 75 pixels, gain attack, otherwise gain speed. Huh. Alright. But yeah, this is, like, as far as weird passion project games go, it's kind of bizarre to me that that this is, like, actively one of the best, like, by and far one of the best bullet heavens in the genre. It's still not one that I think I will actively recommend to other people in the same way that I would recommend, like, Brotato or Spellstone Survivors or, you know, all of the other games, just because, I mean, yeah, I just can see people bouncing off of the thematic elements. I can see people bouncing off of the fact that it is a VTuber game, but if you don't have anything against VTubers, or if you're a fan of VTubers, then this is probably going to be one of those games that you already know about, and you're like, you know, how dare you, Wander? How dare you be, you know, besmirch my favorites, whoever. I actually got a lot of comments from that on my first video on this, and like, I didn't even dislike it. I just thought it was weird. And I still think it's weird, but it's good. Wish it had a theme that I could relate to that didn't feel a bit like 2000s internet. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at, is that if this had, like, if this got reskinned as, like, generic fantasy or sci-fi, I think I'd be more into it, purely just from the perspective of, it'd give me something to latch onto instead of feeling slightly weird about it. But I have that problem about it, like a lot of games. Kind of in the whole, like, cutesy anime style, or, yeah, 2000s anime, internet, whatever stuff. Ow. I'm dying. You know what? Hug me to death. I think it's time for me to go. Oh, right, I was gonna try the character's special ability. Whatever, it's fine. For now, at least, though, it's charming and it's definitely improved. Whatever the latest patch did, it feels a lot better. And, like, I've barely even touched, what, a quarter of the characters? And so it really feels like I could expand this out a fair bit. And, I mean, I think this is version 0.5, so there's a fair bit more to do, too. But for now, at least, let's move on to the next.